You're thinking about investing out of state, but what should you consider? Let's get started. Okay, so I'm currently investing in 3 states outside of California, plus I still have my rental here. I have a lot of my clients who are doing 1031 exchanges out of California, but also in, so like it works both ways. But I'm talking to a lot of people and they're trying to determine where to invest. And the reality is you can make it work anywhere, right? Alaska in the middle of nowhere. Maybe there's a small community where it makes sense, all the way down to you can make it work in Los Angeles. But if you're looking at a state, a couple things that I like to look at is I look at population size, right? I want at least 100,000 people. Why? Because I want a tenant pool. I don't want to be in the middle of nowhere personally, where it's going to take me 6 months to find someone, and I have to find someone that's like such a niche. The second thing I like to look at is what kind of asset class do you want to buy? I personally prefer multifamily. I'll consider single family if it's the right deal. But I like multifamily, so I want to go into markets where there is multifamily, right? Or maybe I can build out multifamily. I tend to like it because you can spread out the cost per unit, right? So if there's one sewer line, one roof, that cost gets split between 3 or 4 units rather than just single family. Plus, I like to diversify when it comes to vacancies, right? So in one of my 4plexes, we have 1 vacancy. Okay, well, I still have 75% of it occupied, so the bills are still getting paid. So those are some of the things I like to look at. Other things I like to look at is where are people moving to, where are they moving from. I've always liked the idea of investing just outside of desirable areas, right? So if you take Los Angeles, for example, my first house hack was in Tarzana, California, which is by like Encino, Sherman Oaks. But what I liked about it was kind of north of the freeway where a lot of people didn't really consider it. Most people preferred Encino. Some people even preferred Woodland Hills, but as they got priced out, they had to come together, and that's where my condo came in. I ended up buying it for $225. I put about 20-ish grand into it. 7 years later, I sold it for almost double what I paid for it. So just to kind of give you a sense of some things to look at. So if you're looking out of state, think about, okay, well, people moving out of California, where are they going? And then take it a step further. If they're going to Texas, Tennessee, Florida, where are those people going, right? Because eventually they're going to get priced out, and that's where you come in. So think about long term, because that's really what real estate's all about. It's not about making a quick buck. It's about making a big buck later on. A couple other things I do like to look at. Major industries, major businesses. Are there hospitals, universities? Is there big business there? I want a good sized tenant pool. I want something that is a little more recession proof, right? So, hospitals, people get hit by cars, hopefully not too often, but it happens, right? It doesn't matter if we're in a recession or not. So things like, are there major hospitals nearby is kind of a nice touch. I do like universities. You have student housing, you have faculty, you have staff, you have people coming temporarily, right? So I like the idea of having a lot of job opportunities in a given area. So yes, if you think about it, Los Angeles does meet a lot of that criteria, but not everyone wants to invest in LA, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I do like the idea of investing in LA as a start, especially as a house hack. Then you use the appreciation to go buy out of state. That's how I've been able to get started. So I'd love to hear what you think. What are some guidelines that you look at when investing? Go ahead and comment below, and I'll talk to you guys later.